Good morning, guys. I just wanted to get on here again and tell you a little bit more about what I'm doing right now as far as weight loss is concerned. Ultimately, I'm using my Fitbit more than anything to track my steps, track my water. Let's see, what else does it track? It tracks steps, water, food, which is really good. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then it also tracks my heart rate, so I know when I'm doing good exercise, and it just is really good for setting goals and stuff. So right now, I'm on the most intensive plan for weight loss on the Fitbit. They ask you what your preferences are. I'm trying to lose about 2 pounds a week, which is a pretty healthy loss. In my first week, I lost 3 pounds, which was nice. So my next weigh-in is on Monday, and I'll be sure to film it. But yeah, so basically what the Fitbit does is it tries to calculate about 1,000 calorie deficit, taking into account the calories that you burn in a day. So just by getting up and walking around and moving, and honestly, even by just laying down, you burn calories. So it keeps track of all of those calories plus calories that you burn from exercise, and it tells you how many calories you should eat to maintain 1,000 calorie deficit. So for me personally, I have room to eat more, but I try to stay around 1,200 calories a day. But I've eaten as much as probably about 1,500 calories and still had a deficit for that day. And the way that they do it is kind of weird. The tracking is a little bit odd. So you've got under target, on target, and over target as far as are you in your deficit area. And that can get a little bit confusing because you feel like you need to eat more. But if you eat more, if you try to stay within like 50 calories of 1,000 calorie deficit, you're going to lose 2 pounds a week, because if you're keeping 1,000 calorie deficit, that's enough to equal about 2 pounds, which is 5,000 calories. But I get really full before I actually meet that goal. So a lot of times if I'm under target, that's fine, but I try to make sure that I'm eating at least 1,200 calories a day. And sometimes that's hard, I will admit, because I don't like to eat breakfast, which is a problem. And I also a lot of times eat smaller lunches. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I also work out. My goal is 5 times a week. This week I didn't meet that goal. I'm also a student, so sometimes that gets screwed up. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I am no longer eating a vegan diet. I had some thyroid problems that made it so that I needed to be eating lean meats, so I try to stay away from beef. I eat a lot of chicken and pork. The vegan diet wasn't working for me because I was eating too much sugar. You have to eat a lot of carbs, and you have to eat a lot of sugar, especially if you're trying to do like raw tofu, or like a holistic, or not holistic, a raw vegan diet. You eat a lot of fruit, which is great. Fruit is great for you, but maybe in moderation. I still try to eat at least once or twice a week. I try to eat vegetarian at the least, and I try to go full vegan on those days. And I still use a lot of vegan sides. Like I use Vegenaise instead of regular mayonnaise, and I use Nature Balance butter instead of regular butter, because those are just healthier options, and to me they taste the same, if not better, than the original stuff. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. My plan for the day is to get up, feed my dogs, work out a little bit, tan, and apply for jobs. I'm graduating in the summer. I want to be a teacher. So that's been really frustrating. And also get some stuff ready for my wedding because I looked today officially. We are at 34 days, and that is not a lot of time. And I still have a lot to do. Um, so yeah, I'll check back in a little bit and just maybe at the end of the day let you guys know how I did. Um, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and say peace and go make some breakfast. All right, guys. Bye.